Sexy cat. Yeah. Ooh. Hey, real quick before I get to the topic of the video, man. Does anyone in here now? Look, I'm 22, so when this song came out, I was a fucking, as in Florida we say a jit, but there is a song called "Sexy Can't I" by Ray J. You know what? Well, no, I'm not. I can't play it for them like right now because I'll get copyrighted. But there is a song called "Sexy Can't I" by Ray J. Yes, the Ray J that, you know, that had Kim K first. That Ray J. And man, I love that song, bro. I wanted to open up this video with that song, man. You know, ooh, sexy can't I. But the topic of this video today, though, man, is it's a little story. I got a little story time for y'all. All right, if y'all care to listen to it. And there's a little meaning behind it too that I'll get to at the end. But so to start off, 3 years ago in 2022, about to be 4 years ago. Actually, no, not. Yeah, bro. Holy shit. Yeah, 3 years ago. So in January 2023, I'm sorry. It was like the beginning of 2023. I was at an outpatient program because I just got out of a Psychlord, which I guess we can make another story time about all that one day. But I just got out of a Psychlord, mental hospital, if you guys know what that is. And for me one of the things I had to do to get out of intensive care was go to an outpatient program, right? And what that is you go 5 days a week where it's like therapy, but you're with people and you guys talk about, your issues and whatever not. And they kind of help you out. They give you like coping. They give you a big dose of copium, basically. They teach you like journaling and they just try to help you out, right? And when I was there, I remember there was this one day, right? I was sitting on a bench outside because we had a break. It was like lunch break, and I was sitting on the bench outside of the building. And I remember there was this one girl just walking around pacing, and she was like my age. And dude, she was bad, bro. Like I'm not gonna say too much because I mean if she sees this video, she'll be like, "What the fuck is wrong with this kid?" But I remember I was just like, "Damn, that girl was a fucking baddie," and it was weird, bro, because it was like, "Damn, she's here." Like I thought I was like the youngest dude there, which I really was at the time. And yeah, and I was like, "Damn, what the fuck, bro?" And she had like a cool ass little outfit on and shit, and. I didn't think anything about it at first, but and then we ended up having a class together, after lunch break, and I was like, damn, bro, I want to talk to this girl, so just see what she's on type shit, And I remember like the first little like interaction we had, I was just like, I was staring at her, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, not on some weird shit, but like I would look at her, look away real quick, and then look back, and I remember she asked me like in a playful way, like, what are you staring at? I was like, shit, I like your fit. And then, from then on, we started talking and shit, and I'm going to give her a name, bro. I'm going to give her a name for y'all. Her name was Narnia, all right? I'm going to give her a little name. That's not a real name, but I'm just going to give it to y'all because I like that name. I like the movie. So, Narnia, cool girl, bro. Really cool. But, I was in such a, like, that time of my life was so bad, bro. I'm not going to get into all of it, but I was fucked up, bro. Like, there was a lot of reasons I was at that mental hospital, And, we were talking and shit, we exchanged Instagrams, and, like, for the first 3 days, we were cool, bro. Like, we were really getting along type shit, And, I mean, honestly, she was feeling me, too, like, on some, like, deeper kind of romantic shit. And I remember, though, bro, just as time went on, like, the first couple weeks at that outpatient program, I was so depressed and fucked up. And I remember in that time, I was pushing everybody out of my life, like, pushing them away, And, unfortunately, she was one of the people I pushed away, too, like I did some of my friends, bro. I isolated myself, And, yeah, bro, I isolated myself, and unfortunately, a lot of the good things that came into my life, during that bad time, I fucked up. So fast forward to now in it was 2025. I remember it was like a few months before New Year's, and I was just thinking like, damn, bro, Because I used to think about the past a lot. Now I try not to. I still do. Don't get me, everyone does. But I really try to stay present, as we all should. But I remember I was just thinking about it. I was like, damn, bro, like, in one of the worst times of my life, something good walked into it, and I just fucked it off, you know? And that was Narnia, like, the girl. I was like, damn, bro. It's like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Flight with Denzel Washington, but it's about a pilot who, like, crashed the plane and shit. But there's a scene in the movie where after he crashed the plane, he's in the hospital, and he's in the staircase, like, smoking a cigarette. And he meets, like, a girl, like, a really pretty, beautiful girl. And it was one of those things, like, I related to that because, like, you know, like, in one of the worst times of my life, like, rock bottom, I met someone that could, you know, I just met a really good person, bro, you know, in my opinion. And I was just like, damn, how could I fuck that off, you know? But everything happens for a reason, so. Fast forward to 2025, I was like, you know what? It might not work, it might work, but I'm gonna look for her, bro. I'm gonna try to reconnect with her. And so I did some digging, right? And you know, I eventually it took a few weeks, bro. I'll be honest with you. You guys are gonna think I'm a creep, but it is what it is, man. But I found her. Eventually, I found her, and I found her on Instagram. And I remember I DM'd her. I was like, "Yo, I don't know if you remember me, but you know, my name's Hunter. We met at the outpatient program. You know, yada da da da." And she followed me back for like a split second, like a few minutes, but then I think when she read the DM, she blocked me when she knew who I was. And I was like, damn. Ooh, I was like, damn. That shit stung a little bit, and I was like, fuck, bro, no way. And yeah, I was persistent though, man. I was like, nah, no way, bro. Like that shit did it fucked me up a little bit. I was like, damn, bro, no way. And I guess moral of the story, I was like, nah, that can't happen, bro. Nah, I gotta try one more time. And so then I did more digging, and I found her TikTok, and I'm not gonna get into all the details, bro, but eventually I found out that she was in a Discord server, and I joined the Discord server, you know? And damn, bro, it's crazy. I'm talking about this. Fuck, it's a long ass story, bro. Damn. How do I say this, man? The reason why I'm like hesitating is because like I don't want to like spill all the shit, even though it's really not that deep. But like I don't want to put anyone's business out there. But yeah, I got on the Discord server, and then I was able to talk to her through somebody else that was in the server. You know, and some like I remember I hit this dude up in the Discord server who knew her. You know, I knew that knew her. You know, a familiar face, you could say. And I was like, yo, you know, I'll be honest with you, bro. The reason I'm in this server is because there's this girl in this server. Her name is Narnia, and I wanted to see if I could, like, talk to her, you know? I tried to reach out to her, but she blocked me on Instagram, and I don't know. I was trying to see if I could talk to her, you know? That's what I was trying to do. And I told him that. He was like, yeah, I understand, bro. I mean, I don't know why she blocked you, but, I mean, yeah, I'll, you know, he helped me out a little bit. And, yeah, so then, you know, I guess he talked to her, or he, you know, just said, yo, this kid's, he's chill, bro, just talk to him, and, you know, then we started talking again, and it was odd, bro, a lot of weird shit happened, but, yeah, she started talking to me again, and, you know, to fast forward a little bit, it didn't work out, you know, like, I remember there was this one night where I was like, damn, I'm done playing games and shit, and I was like, I just told her how I felt. I was like, you know, Narnia, you know, I don't know if you're dating now or if you're whatever, but like, obviously I didn't look for you after all this time just to, you know, really be friends. Like, you know, I care for you a little bit. I like you as a person, and, you know, I was just telling her, like, you know, if you don't want me anything serious, just let me know and I'll leave you alone type shit, you know? Because the signals I was getting from her was like, bro, just leave me alone, bro. Like, it was kind of like, I guess you could say the friend zone, but it was weirder than that, though, honestly. It was like, I don't know, bro. But yeah, I mean, and after that night, I was just like, bro. You know, I can't talk to her anymore. And, you know, more of the story is, bro, like, I remember right after all that shit happened, and she like kind of, it's just it didn't work. It didn't work out. I went into that situation thinking like, damn, I want to reconnect with this girl, and maybe it can go back to, maybe it can be fucking cookies and rainbows again. Where it's just wow, 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 wow. I'll find a girl. We'll reconnect. Like it'll be like a movie. It'll be like a little fairy tale. A little romance. And I was like, I'm gonna go for it. And when it didn't work out, I was mad, bro. I was frustrated. I was hurt a little bit. I was hurt, not a little bit. I was hurt, bro. Obviously I was hurt. I'm still talking about it to this day. But the moral of the story is though that what I'm trying to tell you, I was like, you gotta take responsibility for everything that happens in your life. Like I could say like, oh, this girl, she blew me off. She did weird shit to me, but nah, she really didn't, bro. Like the only reason she was talking to me is because of me. I hit her up. I initiated all of that. And whether I think she treated me like shit or not, I was the one. I am the reason that all happened. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta take accountability for everything that happens in your life, bro. Even if it really wasn't your fault, you still have to take accountability for it. And the reason you do that is because if I just, let me put it this way. Let's say how do I say this? Let's say I see a random girl at a restaurant, right? And I like her. And one day I think, you know what? And not one day. At the moment I think, you know what? I'm gonna ask her out, bro. I'm gonna go ask this girl for her number, And I do that, and she just gives me like a crazy response. Like she just starts, "Oh my god, get the fuck away from me! You're weird." Nah, nah, nah. Not that this will ever happen. It might. It probably has. I'm sure, but it's just like if that happens to me, I can sit there and blame the girl. Like, "Oh my gosh, she's such a dick. What the fuck? Fuck that girl." Blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, it's my fault that happened because I asked her out. I initiated that. Like, you really create your own reality. Like, I know people think that's bullshit, but it's true, though. You, yourself, create your reality. And every decision that you make, things will happen. Like, you push a button, and something will pop out, And you have to take responsibility for everything in your life, man. You just have to. Good, bad, or indifferent. You just have to, bro. Like it makes you a better and stronger person. I truly believe that. I mean, and it's hard, bro. Trust me, I struggle with it, and I'm sure everyone else struggles with it. But it's something you get better at as time goes on. You just learn. You learn how to let go. You learn how to. Sorry, I took a sip of water there. I've been talking a lot. You learn how to cope. You learn how to cope, man. You learn how to do it, and you work through it, bro. Damn, I went on a whole little rant for that. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but like for real though, man, that's kind of the topic I wanted to get. That's the point I wanted to get across this video. I know this is probably a whole mess. So I fucking said a million things in the span of fucking 15, 20 minutes, however long this has been, but you gotta take accountability for everything that happens in your life, man. You just have to. It opens so many doors for you, like. I wish I had someone else to explain this in a better way, because I don't know if I'm making sense, but I hope I am. But yeah, man, just take responsibility for everything in your life, It makes you a better and stronger person, I promise you. But yeah, man, I did a lot of talking. I hope I got my point across to y'all in this video. And yeah, man, I had some things on my chest I wanted to talk to, and honestly, I hope this message gets to some of y'all and helps y'all out, Hopefully it's the right message. Maybe the wrong messenger, maybe not. But yeah, man. I'm happy to be doing this. I'm happy to be doing these videos, man. And I'll see you on the next video, man. Y'all take care, man. Peace and love. And sexy cat.